Hello and welcome to WBC's Azalea election coverage. I'm joined here with incumbent Prime Minister Cleet Astromartin. Today we are no problem. Now, today we are going to be doing live coverage of the results. We are going to have okay, so inside of the bottom, I believe, towards my bottom right, you can see there's a small square. That's going to be where we have district number results coming in. If you look directly down, you will be able to see the count on how many seats parties are currently leading in. Now, we don't have the exact numbers right now because they are, I believe the count literally only just started, and our reporters on the ground are only just there. But yeah, overall, I think we're gonna have a fun stream today. Would you agree, Clee? Hmm. Yeah. The last time that Azalea had an election, um, Gap was still a party that was competitive, and an option. It had ran the country for well over 6 months. Um, and you won in a landslide. So the complete. Hmm, hmm. Because in um uh in comparison to last time, now we have three separate parties, which are, I don't, not to offend the ASP. I don't really think they're a real contender in getting first place. But the GAA and Encore are both neck and neck in terms of candidates, and as it stands, we don't know who's gonna win. We don't know by the margin, and it's gonna be really interesting to see the result. Yeah, because it's literally impossible. Mm. Because speaking to the at-large election, as it stands, I believe, if I have my math right, there are three Encore candidates, three GAA candidates, two ASP candidates, and then one independent. And the Times and WBC did actually ask the independent prior to the stream starting. They would back an Encore government, so that's effectively four Encore candidates at large, which uh yeah. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure if Death is gonna come close to getting elected, considering they're a singular person up against three parties in a at-large race. But hmm, yeah, bring it to see. Okay, hold on, let me just quickly do this. All right, yeah. as it stands, I will now be switching down below our live count on. Hold on. Second. Okay. All right. All right. So as it stands, I believe we're in a consensus that Encore is the most likely to get ahead and pull into first. Yes. Okay. Um. Now. Uh. So to that extent, um, who do we think is going to be prime minister by the end of tomorrow? Hmm. Now I do want to add on something interesting to that. When by the way, fun fact, we have already called District 2 and District 3 mainly because nobody else ran there. But when WBC spoke to the District 2, the new MP for there, Kat, uh, yeah, she actually said that they wanted to back Nobu for PM, which is rather interesting. I would find because as correct me if I'm wrong, Nobu isn't the leader of Encore. Yes. Yep. So, um, I do think an Encore government is likely, but it's it's interesting to see who might be the prime minister by the end of it. Hmm. All right. So. Okay. Seemingly we have our first results from District 1 coming in now. Hold on. Let me just open that up. Alright, seemingly our account has not updated yet. Should do so soon. But yes, once those results come in, we should know who our third elected MP is. Oh, okay, well, Davis is one. Uh, yes. Um, I believe that is hold on. Let me do we think that's good or bad for Encore? Mm, mm. So hold on. Let me just okay. Having stream difficulties with accessing OBS. I don't know why. Yeah. As it stands, that brings Encore one seat closer, to a already 2 out of, I believe it's 6 required for a majority. Sorry, 5 required for a majority. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I just realized you're muted on the stream. Hold on, I need to fix that. Uh, okay. For some reason my OBS is bugging out and I can't click on some aspects of it. Here. All right, there we go. Okay, they should be able to hear you now.
Okay, perfect.
Right, the bar seemingly has not updated yet. Here. Gotcha, wait, hold on. Right. All right. Now, adding on to that, what do we think the issues of this election are going to be that voters take in mind when they cast their ballots, or well, when they have casted their ballots?
Well, I think mainly it's going to be the peace the peace negotiations between Adoris and Tavares. That's definitely going to be one. I've seen ASP is pretty concentrated on new players issue of affordability. I think these are the main things people think about when casting their ballot right now.
Okay. All right. So adding on to that, I'm gonna ask you some personal questions. Number one,
Okay.
most important, what did you have
Yeah.
for breakfast this morning?
Okay. Nothing.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Nothing.
All
Yeah, I know.
right. Okay. Adding on that, number two, what would you say was your proudest achievement in government, over the past term?
My greatest achievement, the new, probably the new area, the Leighton Beach, being modified and upgraded into what it is today. I think that's pretty cool if you go look at it and take a walk around it.
All right. And see if that's updated. Okay, seemingly not yet. All right. Okay, so adding on to that, if you have one regret about the term, what is it?
Um, there are so many. Well, I mean, I could have handled way better the situation between Idoris and Tavares, the peace negotiations. That's something I would have handled much better, and I take the blame for that.
Hmm. All right, and what advice would you give to your successor?
Uh, I mean, it's such a um, it's a very complicated job. I think it's surrounding yourself with people you can trust. That's probably the most important thing someone should look at in becoming prime minister, and to listen to everyday's problem that people have. That's likely going to be your main your main focus after being elected. That should be the main focus.
All right. Um. Okay. As it stands, going into the numbers right now, it appears as if we don't have proper numbers from the at-large vote. I believe District 4 would be coming in right about now, though.
Yeah, I believe District 4 is not going to be a huge surprise either. I think it's a safe district for Musica. That's going to come back in parliament after, I think, 4 months since he last was in parliament.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a comeback for Music, I think.
As it stands, the only opposition, that whatchamacallit, the only opposition that music has is someone who is literally
Who doesn't,
not in the
who
server
doesn't,
anymore.
is literally, yeah. I have honestly no idea who they are.
Yeah. So if
So
they
I don't suppose they have a chance of winning the district, but it would be funny.
if they lose, I would be significantly shocked and honestly rather amazed at somehow them managing to do that. Um,
I yeah, I I would be shocked too. It would be hilarious, but no,
it would
I
be
think it's a
really
safe.
funny, but
It would. I think it's in the bag for music. I think it's gonna be a safe district for him.
yes. All right.
I try to talk with someone to to see how our large is going.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, I think we're gonna see two anchor, two green, and one. I think it's gonna be an ASP member winning the seat right now. But
Mm.
okay, yeah, I just received an update real quick. Yeah, it seems likely to yeah, I think it's gonna be two anchor, two green, and moose getting in for the ASP.
Yeah.
Elite is not doing bad either. I thought it was gonna get like I didn't know it was gonna get that many votes, to be honest. But it's pretty cool to see a new party being voted that much.
Yeah, because as it stands, all three of the parties right now are new parties. Yes.
Uh, they are, but I think ASP is the only one that's actually running new players.
Yeah.
They're both pretty new.
Yeah,
Anchor and Green Party are, yeah.
because as much as the Green Party might want to say that they're anti-establishment, their leader is just actively a cabinet member in your cabinet.
Yeah, he is huge.
uh,
He's also been prime minister. He's been prime minister and deputy prime minister. So
yeah.
it's,
So it will be interesting to see how much of the new vote ASP can pull in and how much they're not able to. But okay.
so yeah. Okay, we have the votes update from
Yes.
Westray.
All right. Encore has a stable lead. GAA is second, and
Mm-hmm.
ASP remains honestly not that bad of a third. Their
No, indeed, yeah.
numbers are basically at level with the distance between the GAA and Encore as compared to JA ASP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, as it stands, these are promising numbers for Encore.
They are, but I think they're pretty good numbers for the ASP too. To be honest, it's uh, I think it's easy to say that it was unexpected. I didn't thought they were gonna get that many votes, to be honest.
Mm.
But it's interesting that a party that has that it's composed by, I think, like two new players. I don't think there's any other member in the party that's getting that many votes. That's an interesting thing.
Mm. Now, hold on. I'm gonna quickly get something ready. Uh, okay. All right. Um. So,
Yeah, I'm looking at results real quick, but yeah, no, it's didn't change much from last time. So
yeah. Okay. All right. And let me just the results bar. Okay. Um. Let me just go. All right. I believe WBC is ready to make the call.
probably, yeah.
WBC is officially projecting that Encore will be getting into government. We don't see how the numbers can get around them getting into government. Theoretically, all the other parties could combine together, but that wouldn't really be efficient in order to unseat Encore. We don't see how the numbers could swing in a direction where the GAA could pull ahead of Encore and then take government without Encore. So, very promising for Encore, that projection that WBC just made.
Yeah.
Because they are now, I believe, the third or fourth party to be expected to form government now.
I think it's the fourth. Yeah.
Yeah. So, history in the making.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. This is the first time is in 8 months that Gap hasn't had a government. I think.
Yes.
So
So, with that, well, well, we need to wait for the remaining numbers to come in because we don't actually know who is elected as MPs at the moment. Um, uh, while we know that at least two Encore MPs are going to be elected at large, we don't know who those two MPs are going to be. Actually, well, we do know who's leading in the count right now. I just haven't checked. I should
yeah.
probably do that. But uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but yeah, as it stands, the lead from Encore is hard to overcome, and we think it's impossible to overcome at this point.
I
Um,
think so. Yeah.
but yeah. As it stands, I think the main shock from tonight is coming in with the ASP result. They're performing really well ahead of what I think most
Yeah.
people expected.
I'm shocked about that. I didn't thought they were gonna make such great results
Mm,
for a party that was born like 2 weeks ago or something.
yeah.
So it's a very interesting result and yeah,
I'm
inspiring
assuming that
even.
they must have had a good ground game, because with these numbers, they're basically at level. Well, okay, they're not at level with the GAA, but they're
Yeah, no,
close to
obviously
it,
not.
which is more than what most parties can say when they're founded 2 weeks ago prior to an election.
Mm.
Yes.
Um, well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's an interesting evening for ASP. Which I talked with the party chair Moose yesterday night, and he even thought he was gonna win the seat. And if election stops right now, he's getting in. So that's a pretty interesting call.
Yes. Um. So with that, um, I'm assuming that there's gonna with the projection that WBC just made that Encore is gonna form government. I'm expecting that there's gonna be talks within their party on who's going where. Theoretically, Encore, because historically in Azalea, this has happened. A party has gotten the lead and then it fractured before forming government. But even then, if the party fractures, then some members of it are gonna go into government. Um, so it'll be interesting to see who they back for cabinet positions and prime ministers.
It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I was trying to figure an hypothetical cabinet yesterday. I think it's gonna be an interesting one. We're gonna see either no, not new phases, but like likely phases that we've not seen in cabinet for a while now. So
All right. It appears as if we are going to start getting numbers
yeah,
from
we're
the fourth district soon.
the fourth district. Yeah. Well, again, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a big fight here. I think it's gonna be an easy one for Musica.
Yeah. Um, if it's not a landslide, I would be slightly concerned at how that has happened. I suppose it's really just going to be a referendum on how the district views Musica, which um, I'm assuming that most people that have voted Quan don't expect Quan to win. If they do, I have unfortunate news for them. But
No, yeah.
it's
I don't think they're even in the main Discord anymore. Because I know they quit the secondary district Discords, but I don't think they're in the main one even. Yeah, no, they're not even in the main Discord anymore. So like, okay.
even if we wanted to ask them what they would do in government, it's not like they could respond because they're not
Yeah,
there.
definitely they're not here. Yeah. it, it would be hilarious if they win. Yeah,
It would be really, really funny if they won.
really, really funny indeed.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can have some results from the
Mm.
for District 4, but
Right. Apparently, the first voter did not have enough playtime.
which is Nara probably, I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
Yeah. As it stands, for those only now joining us again, WBC has projected that Encore will form government. Who their partners will be if they go in alone, it's unclear, but we don't see the other parties having enough numbers to overcome. Um, it will be interesting to hear if Minister Nanny Cholis, or is Nanny Cholis right? It'll be interesting to
The
hear
natural.
if they concede, and if sorry, not Cumber Smash, Crumple Snatch, right? Um, what his policies are for his party, and what someone like Nopu also wants, and other members of the upcoming ministry, administration, cabinet, etc.
Yeah. But yeah, as right now it stands that Nigel will be the main opposition party. The Green Party will be the main opposition party, so it's going to be interesting to see what they will do in Parliament.
Mm.
Uh, but yeah, I'm guessing the independents are in right now, so it's Dicky and Davis will support an anchor government.
Mm.
I think it could
Yeah.
be.
I don't really see them opposing it,
And
so yeah, I would
yeah,
agree.
I'm pretty sure I remember Davis saying he was gonna support the government. Not sure about DG, but
Mm. Right. Yeah. Um. The numbers are well, whilst they are close, enough of the votes have been counted, I would say, for
mhm,
us
probably yes.
to get where this is going. Um, let me show the math mouse here. Um, yes. Okay.
Yeah, I have the at-large results right now.
Yeah.
The first one with more votes is Napu. Then there's Nani Schultz, and then there's ASCII right now. This is
Mm,
the top three of voted person.
yes.
Uh,
It would
that
appear as if
the
polling
independent.
from. God, sorry.
No. Go ahead, for free.
Um, it would appear as if polling from now Azalea appears to largely be accurate as to predicting what the result would be.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Indeed. We actually, I was actually seeing right now, and it appears that Death has more votes than Moose, but there's also a lead supporting the ESP, so it's gonna be likely we're likely gonna see Moose getting a parliament
yeah,
other than Death right now.
which I will say, um, Moosin actually pull ahead of Gallagher by that much. It was only a distance of
It's one vote
3 vote.
right
Wait,
now.
it's 1 vote.
No, I mean between Moose and Death, yeah. Between ASP and Death is 3 votes, I think, yeah.
Yeah, which really interesting numbers coming out of the at large.
Mm.
Um,
Well, that usually has always done pretty good in every election she ran into. So that's what I said at the beginning of the live. So
Mm.
it's not a big surprise that she's doing well in this election.
Yeah.
Yeah, this District 4 right now is 2 votes for Musica and 1 vote for Nara.
Nara actually being competitive in the early results, it would seem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. For those just now tuning in, WBC projected a encore government. The other parties do not have enough numbers to pull ahead.
Mhm.
So, with that said, who do we expect to be in the key cabinet positions?
That's gonna be that's a difficult one. I think we're gonna see we could see that back at the Ministry of Urban Development. She held a position in the past, and I think she's likely to become mayor again.
Hmm.
Then, to be honest, the other one are kind of difficult to predict like that. I think Nopu has been social services minister in the past. So if she's not taking the prime ministry, as you said earlier, she might be appointed as social services minister and maybe cut events and culture. I don't know. That's my projection. I have no idea for economic affairs, state, and economic affairs and state.
It will be interesting to see who becomes state, because state's in charge of foreign affairs, right?
Yeah, but I've
Yeah.
held the position for the last like 8 months, so
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Whoever succeeds you is gonna have a real tough job on their hand with the peace negotiations.
Yeah,
Um,
did.
yeah. As it stands, um, the results coming out of large remain uh incredibly decent showing for the ASP. Um,
Mm,
they are basically at level with the GAA,
yes.
which
Okay, yeah.
is um to be fair, pollsters did predict that this would happen. But I don't think a lot of people thought it would actually happen.
Well, yeah, they're pretty close right now, so
Yeah.
it's
Uh, yes, it would appear as if that the numbers are. Let me do some quick math here. 49 Encore, 49 GAA, 45 ASP, and 13 for the Great. I will say that was 13 is a decent showing considering it's the at-large vote and it's a singular independent.
hmm
Yeah.
So yeah, Musica is leading in District 4
Mm.
by a large margin. So yeah, that was kind of expected, yes.
Yeah.
I
If
think I think that has more votes than the ASP right now.
yeah.
She's 1 vote ahead. Okay.
Uh
Okay.
yeah. Because it's, I do think like aside from the combined what- wait. Oh wait, okay, so I think I have noticed the problem. It appears as if one of the encore candidates on the Harlem Times coverage website, their numbers are going to the ASP. So that does mean the ASP showing is a bit bigger than what it actually is. but as
Okay.
it stands, they are still doing like even taking out like candidate, they are still doing pretty well.
No, yeah, definitely.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try and fix that right now. Um, uh, oh, sorry, it's on the GA account. I think. Okay, hold on. Let me fix this.
But yeah, District 4 just went to Musica. But I mean that was
Yeah,
expected, so
that was expected.
it's not a surprise, yeah.
Yeah.
And it appears that Moose actually got into parliament. So yeah,
Mm.
we're gonna see Moose as the next MP.
Mm. It will be interesting as always to see where things go.
Definitely.
Um, as it stands, how do you think foreign powers like Biden and Regalis and Tavares think about these results? Are they pleased, or would you say that they're less pleased?
That's difficult to say. But I believe that they're pleased in you know, this is the Azalean people will, and they're pleased to hear that the Azalean people have elected a new government. I think that's gonna be it. It's difficult to say whether they're happy or not for the people that got in and for the next government is gonna be formed.
Hmm. We will need to see how the situation progresses. But
Mm-hmm.
as it stands, promising result for the ASP. Um,
Oh yeah.
promising result for Encore. Really, the only losers right now, it would seem, are the GAA.
Well, yeah. I mean, I
But
think agent really did pretty bad in this election, so that kind of uh dragged them behind.
yeah. Uh, okay. All right. Here's as if we're getting the final
Okay, so
tally
yeah,
from at
we're seeing
large.
we're seeing the official results now.
So, unless I am wrong, I believe the our numbers coming in from our reporters on the ground, that being BP39. Thank you, BP39. 57 Encore, 50 GAA, 24 ASP, and then
Mhm.
17 for the Great. Yeah, decent showing for the ASP. Um, decent showing for Encore. Okay showing
Mhm.
for GAA. They could have done a lot better, but I think this is roughly what people expected, to be fair, in terms of their vote share.
I think
And
so. I think so. Yeah.
and
Yeah. The only thing that was kind of unsure was whether I think was like whether Death or Moose were gonna get in Parliament. But beside that, I think that's kind of the expected results that we were all expecting. So
yeah, this is generally what we saw coming. Um, and I would like to make a quick note. I believe it was Crumple Snatch who said that if the ASP gets more than 2 votes, that they would be shocked. I have unfortunate news for them.
yeah, they really did overperform. To be honest, I think yeah.
Because as it stands, the ASP is sitting with 16.4% of the vote. And then Encore is at 39%, GA at 34%, and the Singular Independent, the Great Fried is at 10. Okay,
Mm.
I've been corrected by ASCII. They appear to say
Okay.
that they thought that the ASP would receive 3 votes, which
Well,
yeah, yeah. Uh, I would say, what do you think the main program from Encore is going to be in the next how many days? Like, let's say
I
like
mean, I
20,
think
because it's the last pretty short terms.
seeing the candidates and the MPs they got in, I think the peace negotiations are gonna be one of the main focus in in these coming weeks. That for sure. I actually will. I mean, I'm very interested to see what they're gonna do in the next 2 months and what they will be able to accomplish. And I wish my successor the best of luck.
So
I know there was an idea of building a prime minister residence in the future for the one that's coming in the 13th parliament. So I think that's going to be interesting to see too.
yeah, because
Um,
there was a last minute pledge by
yeah,
Encore
yesterday, yeah,
on the
by
residents, if I remember correctly,
yeah.
which uh
Um, but yeah, I mean that's a cool idea to be honest. Uh, will be interesting to see. I think it's gonna be a cool product. There was the idea of the of making the oh my god, the salary reform, I think, which is also yeah, the government pay reform, which is going to be interesting to see.
mm,
That will be handled by Moss. So
yeah.
that's definitely going to be fair. And finishing Pioneer Square, the square that's being talked about for like months, and we that we're going to see this term apparently. So it's going to be interesting.
I was about to say something. If there's 2 things about Azalea politics that you can always be sure about, one of them, one of them until today, was Lysander Lyon, in Parliament and Clee in Parliament, uh, and the other thing, which is actually going to be relevant now, probably throughout this term, is Pioneer Square remaining unfinished.
Pioneer Square, indeed, yeah. Well, Pioneer Square, I think that's always been kind of a Fergie goal to accomplish.
Mm.
So I think we may see the square this term, hopefully, I
Yes.
guess.
Okay.
But yeah, not seeing me and Lysander in Parliament is gonna be a shock.
Yeah. It's the first time in. Well, actually, I think Lion had a gap
I
between. I could be
Lion
wrong.
Lion was in Parliament much before me. Yes, he's been in Parliament for much longer. I've been in Parliament for 7 months, I think, because I lost an election in the first Stormbringer government that lasted a month. So
Mm.
it's 7 months. Yeah.
Yeah. Which point, after the one-month Stormbringer government to
What?
decent, saying after the one-month Stormbringer government, Gap won a decent majority. Yes.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, but when Siege called the snap, yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
but,
that was pretty iconic.
yeah. As it stands, this is the first time in, I believe, half a year, at least, that not only a party is not winning a majority, Gap isn't winning a majority.
Uh, yeah, that's well, yeah, yeah. Well, we've had a good time, but also it's been too long. It was time to step back at some point.
Yes. Gap will return in Avengers Doomsday. No need to worry.
Give us the summer as a break, and
Yeah.
uh,
All right. All right. And with the count now wrapping up, I think it is time to get ready to wrap up the stream because I'm presuming
mhm.
people have things to do. I actually need to write the post-election article for the Harlem Times. So yeah. Um. Overall, what would you say are your final thoughts for the night?
Well, I mean, it's I think it's been a. I think that the most shocking result right now is ASP, and how many votes they got, because I wasn't expecting that many, to be honest. I was kind of leaning towards thinking that was gonna win the seat, and ASP was not gonna get in parliament. But I'm happy. I'm happy that I was wrong. It's gonna be interesting to see them. I think it was expected that we saw to see an anchor majority. Like that was, I think, pretty cold. Uh, but I also think that, I mean, the Green Party, they were born like 2 weeks ago. They did pretty good, especially when they had one of the three members of the at large elections underperforming so much. So I think that was a good race for them. I wanna like congratulate all the MPs elected and wish them the best of luck. Same to my successor that has my complete support in the next coming days.
Um, so I get this cake. uh, so yeah, I would say the results from tonight were expected. Um,
Kind of, yeah.
they were a decent showing for Encore, ASP. Okay showing for the Greens.
I I,
Um,
I just received an important message from another prime minister that told me to tell the public that she's wishing good luck to all the MPs elected too.
um, Siege. That is my guess.
Yeah,
Okay. That's
indeed.
it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
time, for us to enjoy retirement now.
Yes. Yeah. We do need to wrap up the stream because not only do I have stuff to do, I just remember that the server is going to close in 4 minutes for maintenance.
Okay,
uh, but yeah,
fair.
thank you everyone for joining us on the broadcast. But yeah, hopefully next time WC also covers the next general election, either it be in August or maybe post Stormbringer, and it's in July. See you and have a good time.
Goodbye. Thank you for the opportunity.